Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to 2016 Minnesota Twins Baseball, brought to you by Matic Advanced Replay. Hi, I'm your play-by-play announcer, Tribe Fan, and welcome to Game 61 between the home team Minnesota Twins and the visiting Boston Red Sox. Tonight's starting pitchers for the visiting Red Sox is Eduardo Rodriguez. And for the Minnesota Twins, making his first start since April 22nd, and today being June 11th in 2016 land, is Kyle Gibson. Gibson comes into the game with an 0-1 record with 3 no decisions and a 3.52 ERA, giving up 9 earned runs in 23 innings. All right, and we'll get started with the starting lineups, starting with the visiting Boston Red Sox. Leading off and playing right field, Mookie Betts. Batting second and playing second base, Dustin Pedroia. Batting third and playing shortstop is Xander Bogaerts. Batting cleanup and the designated hitter, David Ortiz. Batting fifth and playing first base is Hanley Ramirez. Batting sixth and playing center field is Jackie Bradley Jr. Batting seventh and playing left field is Chris Young. Batting eighth and playing third base is Travis Shaw. And batting ninth and catching is Sandy Leone. All right, for the home team Minnesota Twins, leading off and playing shortstop is Eduardo Nunez. Batting second and the designated hitter, Joe Mauer. Batting third and playing left field is Robbie Grossman. Batting cleanup and playing third base is Trevor Plouffe. Batting fifth and playing second base is Brian Dozier. Batting sixth and playing first base is Byung-Ho Park. Batting seventh and playing right field is Max Kepler. Batting eighth and behind the plate is Kurt Suzuki. And batting ninth and playing center field is Byron Buxton. And we'll get started with tonight's game with Kyle Gibson against Mookie Betts. For 8, and Betts starts off with a single. Now, Suzuki has a +2 arm. Betts is an A stealer. And so any deduction that he would have had for being held on, which he is gone away. So Betts is a 1-15 stealer, and they will send him. Here's the throw down to second base. And he is safe, and the second baseman does a great job keeping it from going into center field. So stolen base puts runner on second with nobody out. And here's Dustin Pedroia. 1-5, and that bears fruit right away. Pedroia base hit up the middle, Betts rounds third, heads home, and in 2 batters, it's quickly a 1-0 game. And they will hold Pedroia on. So after 2 batters, it is 1-0 Red Sox. And here's Xander Bogaerts. 2-3. And just like that, ground ball to the shortstop Nunez, over to Dozier, onto Park. And that's a 6-4-3 double play. And there are 2 outs. And here's David Ortiz. For 3, back to the pitcher. Gibson is a 3, but he is an E0, so anything out of range probably, well, maybe this will be okay. All right, 3, and I'll let you kind of see a little bit of that if you can. Pitcher. Kind of show you that here. So pitcher, if it's 3 and an 18, that is a good play. Sorry to kind of move the camera around. But I'll give you a little inside look here at one of the charts. So Gibson makes the play, throws on to first, and after a half inning, it is the Red Sox 1 and the Twins coming to bat. All right, here's Eduardo Rodriguez starting today's game for the Red Sox. Now, I had said in a previous video, I was trying to find the Red Sox pitcher who I thought of doing it. It was Rick Porcello. However, I already did a replay of his, so I didn't think I wanted you to show you the same game twice. So here is Nunez. He's a left-hander, or actually Rodriguez is a left-hander against the right-hander Nunez, 6'6", and that is strike 3. Blows it by him for a strikeout. Here's Joe Mauer, lefty-lefty matchup. 6-12, that ball goes to right field. That's Betts. He's a 1. And that is in range, and that's a good play. And here's Robbie Grossman. 4-10, that's to third base. That is Shaw. He's a 3. And that's another 18, so that's another good play. And the Twins go down 1-2-3. And after 1 inning complete, it is the Red Sox 1 and the Twins 0. And we go to the top half of the second inning. It will be Hanley Ramirez, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Chris Young. And we get started with Gibson against Ramirez. Oops, 2-11. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. It's gobbled up by Nunez. Throws on to first, and that's the first out of the inning. There's Jackie Bradley Jr. 6-6, and that is a weak ground ball to second base, picked up by Dozier. Throws on to Park. That's 2 away. And here's Chris Young. Oops, that's a foul ball. So Lee Dye goes off the 1-3. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. Nunez picks it up, throws to first, and the Red Sox go 1-2-3 in the second inning. And we go to the bottom half of the second inning. The Red Sox 1 and the Twins 0. And Eduardo Rodriguez will face Plouffe, Dozier, and Park for the second inning. And here is the righty Plouffe against the lefty Rodriguez. 6-7, and that's a 10% double chance, which he does not get. That's a fly ball easily caught by Bradley in center field. And here is Brian Dozier. That's a 3-6. That's a ground ball to the third baseman. Shaw picks it up, throws it over to Ramirez, and that's 2 down. There's Byung-Ho Park against Rodriguez. 2-6, and that's a change-up that Park looks at and sits there like the house on the side of the road, as Ernie Harwell used to say, for strike 3. And Eduardo Rodriguez sets down the first 6. And after 2 innings complete, it's the Red Sox 1 and the Twins 0. Travis Shaw, Sandy Leone, and back to the top of the order with Betts to start the third inning. 2-6. Against a righty, that's a tall pop-up. Dozier says mine, and he has it. There's Sandy Leone. 6-9. And against the lefty, can Leone fit one into the gap? Yes, he can. That's a 5, and that's a triple for Sandy Leone. So a 1-out triple puts a runner in scoring position. And here's Mookie Betts. They will not play the infield in to try to cut off a run. They'd rather get the out. 4-12. That's to the first baseman. Park is a 4. And a 2, that's probably a base hit. And it is. So Betts puts one in the hole. Leone trots home from third. And Mookie Betts drives in a run to make it a 2-0 lead for the Red Sox. Here's, since he's on with 1 out, we're going to send him again. Suzuki's got a +2 arm, so he's 1-15. And that's a 10, and he steals it. So it's almost like stealing candy from a baby, I guess. Not that we want to advocate stealing candy from babies. But when you're 75% to steal second base, I'm going to take it. So here's Bogarts with or Pedroia, whoops. One, 6. Same result. Base hit up the middle. Betts rounds third and heads home. And as sort of a deja vu from the first inning, Betts singles, steals second, and scores on a Pedroia single, his second RBI of the day. He is 2 for 2, and it is now a 3-0 game. And they will 11, 13, 50, 50. Nah, but they will hold him on, and they'll let Bogaerts swing away. 6-11, of course he would. Well, Bogaerts hit one in a double play, the 6-4-3 variety. Now he'll go with the around the horn variety. 5-4-3. And Xander Bogaerts might be our bad luck player of the game, but hey, there's still time left. So the Red Sox score 2, and after 2.5, it is the Red Sox 3 and the Twins 0. And Rodriguez will face the bottom third of the order: Kepler, Suzuki, and Buxton. 6-5. That goes to the shortstop. That is Bogaerts. He's a 3. And a 3, I don't think that's going to get it done. No, it will not. It squeaks by. And Max Kepler reaches for the Twins' first base runner, first hit. Leon's got a -3 arm, so they will not hold him on because he'd be 1-8 anyways, so they won't hold him on. Here's Kurt Suzuki. 5-8. That's to the second baseman, Pedroia. That is not in range, so Pedroia is an E6. He will need a 5-12 to get a double play. Good enough. So Pedroia ranges up the middle, grabs it, flips to Bogaerts for 1, on to first to Ramirez, double play. And just like that, the bases are empty and there are 2 outs. And here's Byron Buxton. 6-9. And Buxton stands there and looks at 1 go past. So strike 3, inning over. And after 3 complete, it's the Red Sox 3 and the Twins 0. Gibson will face the heart of the order: Ortiz, Ramirez, and Jackie Bradley Jr. Now, 2016 was Big Poppy's last year in the bigs, so might be a good idea one time, maybe just to kind of play through his games. We'll see. 5-4 for Ortiz. That's to the center fielder. Buxton is a 2 and a 9. That will not do it. Just out of range. He is an E7. So a 5-11, and that'll do it. So Buxton races over to right center, and he takes care of business with the first out of the inning. And here's Hanley Ramirez. I actually got an invite from the Indians this year. I don't know if that's going to pan out or anything. But Hanley Ramirez swings and flails at a ball that's way outside for strike 3. And here's Jackie Bradley Jr. 4-9, and that is a 65% double chance, and he gets it. So a 2-out double by Jackie Bradley Jr. puts a runner on second with 2 outs. And here is Chris Young, and they'll hold Bradley on. 3-5, won't matter. That's a strikeout, and Gibson strikes out 2 in the inning. And after 3.5, after going to the bottom of the 4th, I should say, the Red Sox 3 and the Twins 0. And Rodriguez will face the top 3 of the order: Nunez, Mauer, and Grossman. Uh, 2-4. That's a Ground ball to the shortstop, picked up by Bogarts over to Ramirez, and that's the first out of the inning. Here's Joe Mauer, who retired after the 2018 season. 111 against the lefty, and that's a ground ball to Bogarts again. Again, he throws over, and there are 2 outs. And here is Robbie Grossman. 4-8 against a righty, and he is patient and draws a walk. And they will not hold him on. Here is Trevor Plouffe. 3-8 against the lefty. Ooh. Goes down swinging. Just missed a home run chance. So we go to the top half of the 5th inning. And the score, the Red Sox 3 and the Twins nothing. Let's see. So Gibson will face Shaw, Leone, and then the top of the order, Mookie Betts. All right, here's Travis Shaw. 3-4. That's a ground ball to Nunez. Throws it to first. Got him. So that's the first out. And here's Kyle Gibson against the Sandy Leone. 2-9. And he swings and misses at strike 3. So 2 down and back to the top of the order. Here is Mookie Betts, who is 2 for 2 today with 2 singles, 2 stolen bases, and 2 runs scored. 4-6, and he walks again. And with 2 outs, 3-run lead is not enough. They're going to send him. 1-15, and that's an 8. And Betts has stolen his 3rd base of the day. And here is Dustin Pedroia. Let's see if we can have deja vu again. Nope, not this time, but we'll see. Plouffe is a 3. That's a 20. That's not going to be enough to get through. Plouffe snags it, throws to first, and the inning is over. And we go to the bottom half of the 5th. The Red Sox lead 3-0. And Rodriguez will be facing Dozier, Park, and Kepler. For 12. And Dozier singles into right field. So the Twins get the leadoff man on for the second time in 5 innings. Let's see here. 15, 13, 10. They will hold him on, but he's only 50-50 to make it. So 5, 6. And Park doubles to center field. On his way to second. He's going to third. That's the center field. Bradley's a -3. Dozier is a 15. They will put the stop sign up with nobody out and put runners on first or second and third with nobody out. And the Red Sox will play back. They'll give up outs for runs. They do have a 3-run lead. All right, here's Max Kepler, who can tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. 5-9, and that's a double. Coming home is Dozier. He will score. Rounding third and heading home, and Park will score. And 3 straight hits, and this is a 3-2 ball game. Max Kepler, with his 5th and 6th RBIs of the year, makes this a 3-2 ball game. And now they will hold Kepler on. And here's Kurt Suzuki. And Eduardo Rodriguez, who is sailing through this game, has run into a bit of trouble. 2-10. And the double train keeps on coming. Or train keeps on rolling all night long. Like Boston's Aerosmith once sang, Suzuki hits one of the gap. Kepler rounds third, heads home. He will score. And 3 straight doubles ties the game at 3. And the Red Sox will get some bullpen action. They will get Heath Hembree loosening in the pen. So Hembree will be the first one out of the pen. And here's Buxton. .38, and that's a strikeout for the first out of the inning. When we go back to the top of the order, and here is Eduardo Rodriguez. .37. Let's see, does he go to third on that? That's a ground ball A, checking for runner advancement. Yes, he does. So Nunez hits one to the second baseman, and Suzuki moves to third, but there are 2 outs. All right, here's Joe Mauer. .48. Against the lefty, that's a strikeout. And a rough inning for Eduardo Rodriguez, as he allows 4 straight hits to start the inning, including 3 consecutive doubles. And just like that, as we go to the top half of the 6th inning, it is the Red Sox 3 and the Twins 3. And Kyle Gibson goes into his point of weakness. Oops. Foul ball. 3-8. And Kyle Gibson may not be long for this game. 30% home run chance. No, that's not even close. However, he does hit one off the monster. Actually, not the monster, it's the Twins park. So he hits one off the wall, bounds away. However, Bogarts goes into second. And a leadoff double. And here is David Ortiz. We will have Buddy Boshears loosening in the pen. And they will... You know what? I've been burned by leaving a batter in too long. And Boshears is pretty good against lefties. So we will have Boshears come in to replace Gibson. So lefty-lefty action here. 3-11, and it doesn't matter. Oh, this is going to be terrible if it happens. That's a 4. And a 3-11 against a righty would have been a fly ball. However, a 3-11 against a lefty, that ball is high, deep, and gone. And David Ortiz has just given the Red Sox the lead right back. 2-run homer makes it 5-3. And oh, is Paul Molitor killing himself? He can't seem to push the right buttons in the pitching staff this year. All right, here's Hanley Ramirez. 3-4. That's a fly ball to left field. And here is Jackie Bradley Jr., lefty-lefty matchup. 110, that's a ground ball to Dozier. Throws to first. 2 down here in the top half of the 6th inning. Here's Chris Young. 1-7 against the lefty. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. Nunez over to first. However, David Ortiz's 2-run home run off of Buddy makes this a 5-3 ball game. And that will probably be it for both Shears. We'll figure out a pitcher at that time. And Rodriguez will come out after a shaky 5th inning. They're going to try to get him through 6th and then go to that great Red Sox bullpen. Let's see here. Yeah, he'll at least start the inning. 4-7 against the righty, and that's a walk. Yeah, that's the second walk today for Grossman. And here's Trevor Plouffe. This will probably be his last batter, unless he gets out of it. 1-3. That's a single to left field. And just like that, manager comes out of the dugout, makes the call to the bullpen, and Heath Hembree will come out, start his warm-up tosses with the tying runs on base. And here is Brian Dozier to face Heath Hembree. 3-6, pops it out to first base, and that's the first out of the inning. Here's Byung-Ho Park. 3-12, and that's that rare fly ball center field A, where if it's a center field A, that's a deep fly ball and both runners advance. So the runners on first and second advance as Bradley crashes into the wall, and the runners move up, both of them. So runners on second and third with 2 outs. And here's Max Kepler. 5-6 against the lefty. And just like that, in comes Grossman, rounding third and heading home. Plouffe will also score. And it is a 5-5 ball game, as Heath Hembree has not quite hit his point of weakness. No, he doesn't hit because he still gets actually, he starts his point of weakness there. So the Twins fight back with 2. After they give up 2, they score 2, and it's a runner on first with 2 outs. 1-3, and that's a ground ball to the first baseman. He flips the Hembree covering. However, Max Kepler, with his 5th and 6th RBI of the year, actually, no, that'd be his, that is his 4th RBI of the day. So that now puts him at 8 RBIs for the year. And after 6 complete, it is 5-5. And that'll probably be it for Hembree, and we will decide. Okay, so now we need a new pitcher for the Twins. And we will go with Taylor Rogers to replace Bo Shears. Okay, so he will, and Rogers will face Shaw, Leone, and Betts. So another lefty. 4-4. That's the center fielder, Buxton. He is a 2 and a 6, and I believe he gets to that, and he does. So Shaw flies out to center field. Buxton runs it down, and there's 1 away. Here's Sandy Leone. 5-6. Against a righty, that's a strikeout. So Rogers comes in, sets the first 2 down. And here's Mookie Betts. 5-9. That goes to the shortstop. That's Nunez. It's an 8. Is that in range? No, it is not. He is an E20. So he will need a 7-12. Okay, now wait a minute. Maybe not. Nope. Okay, so a 2. Now, normally there's a second line that still gives a chance, but not for an E20 shortstop. That is a 2-base error. So he picks it up, bobbles it, and throws it wide, and it goes into the dugout. And Betts is awarded second base. So a 2-base error for Eduardo Nunez puts a runner on second. And here's Dustin Pedroia, and they will hold Betts on. 3-5. However, it doesn't matter too much. Nunez redeems himself, throws to first, and we go to the bottom half of the 7th. Take me out to the ball game, take me out the crowd, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back for it's root for the Twins. If they don't win, it's a shame. Or it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out of the old ball game. Yay! All right, so the Red Sox will bring in Koji. It's not great against righties. They'll bring in Junichi Tazawa in the bottom half of the 7th. And Hembree's night is done. Okay, so it's Tazawa against Buxton. Okay, so we're still a little okay on time. 5-12. And that's a single to 12, so 60% chance. And that's a base hit for Buxton. He will be held on because we want to keep him under a 50-50 steal chance. We will bring the corners in because we want to make Nunez a debunter. Yeah, he will not bunt. So Tazawa. Put the 4-6, and that's a strikeout for Nunez for the first out of the inning, and Nunez is 0 for 4 today with 2 strikeouts. And here is Joe Mauer, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. 2-6, and against a righty, he walks. So Tazawa puts runners on first and second, and he is 1 walker hit away from being at a weakness point. Here's Robbie Grossman. 5-7 against a lefty. That's a single to 9. Line out the rest. And that's a 7. However, it will not score. That will load the bases. Let's see here. And the let's see here. Plouffe. And we will bring in Tommy Lane, a lefty. Actually, no, we won't. Not against a righty. Yes. No. Okay, I guess we will. Actually, no. We'll bring in Matt Barnes. So Matt Barnes will be taking Tazawa's place. Tazawa goes a third of an inning, but the bases are loaded, and the infield will be playing in for Trevor Plouffe. Twins fans are on their feet. 6-9, and that's a deep fly ball to right field. Going back on it is Betts. He will make the catch. However, Buxton will score from third. And the score is now 6-5 as the Twins take the lead. So a good piece of hitting by Trevor Plouffe. Not trying to do too much, but does enough. Oh, sorry, it's fly ball to left field. Same thing, except Young went back on it. Deep fly ball, run scores. All right, so here's Dozier with 2 outs and runners on first and second. 2-6, and that's a 25% single chance. And he does not get it. Line out to short. And we go to the top half of the 8th inning with the Twins leading 6-5. Let's see. Will we leave Rodgers in? I believe we will for at least a couple batters. We will have, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave him in for the lefty. Well, maybe Rodgers will go 2 innings tonight. Maybe not. If he fails, we will have Kevin Gibson loosening in the pen. 4-4, that's to the center fielder. That's Buxton. 12 is not in range. No, it is not. Just barely. E7. So 5 to 11. Oh, no. E7. 7 to 11. I'm sorry. And that is a 6. And that's a 2-base error. So defense not helping out the Twins in the last 2 innings. Shall see how this works. They will hold Bogarts on. And Rodgers will pitch to Ortiz. 1-4. That's a ground ball to the first baseman. He'll take it to the bag himself. So that should move the runner over to third base. Yep, it sure will. And let's see. Hanley Ramirez. We don't really have that many A chances, so they will play the infield in. Actually, the 2 column is filled with A chances, but we'll bring the infield in and see what happens here. 6-12. That's a first base X. That is Park. He's a 4. 17. I don't think this may be enough with the infield in. Ground ball C, and a ground ball C with the infield in is he looks the runner back to third, steps on the bag himself, 3 unassisted. And that makes it 2 down, and they will play the infield normal. And here is Jackie Bradley Jr. And they will leave Rodgers in for his second inning here. See if it doesn't. 5-9. That's to the shortstop. That's Nunez. Can he make the play? No, he will not. That is a single through the hole. And Jackie Bradley Jr. has tied the game at 6. Wow, what a ball game. So, 2, 3, 6. And that'll be it for Rodgers. We will bring in Jepson. Here's Chris Young. Almost got out of that inning. Oops. I call that a foul ball. That was not a roll. 3-9 against a righty. And Young flails and misses. However, with a 2-out single by Jackie Bradley Jr., that ties the game at 6. And we go to the bottom half of the 8th. Let's see here. Matt Barnes came in and pitched. I think he pitched the. Okay. I have to remember where Barnes. Okay, so yeah, he came in and gave up the sac fly. So he will stay on. We will get Tommy Lane loosening in the bullpen. Actually, we'll get Uehara loosening in the bullpen. So Barnes will face Park, and we'll see about the rest of the lineup. 6'4", and that's to the center fielder. That's Bradley. He's a 1 and a 6, and that is a good play. So here's Max Kepler, and we will go make the call to the bullpen. We will bring in Tommy Lane. Whoops, not Kepler. He's batting. So we will have Tommy Penny Lane. And here is Max Kepler. One 7, and against a lefty, that's a strikeout. So that's the second out of the inning. And here is Kurt Suzuki. 5'4", catcher X. Leon is a 2 and a 1. That's a pop fly into foul territory. Leon throws off the mask, and that ends the 8th inning. And we go to the top of the 9th with the score. The Red Sox 6 and the Twins 6. And we will go to let's see, we will have Shaw, Leon, and Betts. And Kevin Jepson will come out for the 9th against Shaw, Leon, and Betts. 6-10, and that's a single for Travis Shaw. And they will bring the corners in. And Leon, let's see his bunting chances. Leon they will sacrifice bunt. So it will be a C bunter. C and a 5. Bunts one, lays one down, deadens in front of home plate. The pitcher will pick it up. His only play is to first base, and that will make it the first out of the inning. However, the tying run is at second base. So Leon does his JOB, and runner on second with 1 out. Let's see here. They put the 4 fingers up. They will intentionally walk Mookie Betts to face Pedroia. So runners on first and second. Make that an IBB here. Intentional base on balls. And here is Pedroia with runners on first and second. Let's see if the roll of the dice works here for Paul Molitor. 1-8, and no, it does not. There's already a runner on second base, so it wouldn't have mattered. Base hit up the middle. That is Pedroia's 3rd RBI of the game. And they will get Craig Kimbrell working in the bullpen as they lead it 7-6. And here is Xander Bogaerts with runners on first and third. And we will get Brandon Kinsler loosening in the pen. 2-10, that's a pop out to short for the second out of the inning. And here is David Ortiz. 6-7. And David Ortiz has removed all doubt. That ball is high, deep, and gone. His 2nd home run of the game. And the Red Sox have busted this wide open. And it is now a 10-6 ball game. And Jepson will be pulled for Kinsler. might have been weak at that point. I probably should have pulled him. Oh, well. All right, here's Hanley Ramirez. He will be facing Brandon Kinsler with 2 outs in the 9th. Three, 6, and that's a strikeout. And that will end the 9th inning. The Red Sox score 4, and we go to the bottom half of the 9th. The Twins lead 10-6, and we will make our usual switch that the Red Sox probably did a million times. Travis Shaw will be moving to first base, so I will make that notation here. So Shaw is at 2E7, and Marco Hernandez will come off the bench, and he will replace Hanley Ramirez. Now, Hernandez is the same range, but he's 3 less on the error counter, so he is a 3E24. Okay, so that will be it for the night for Hanley Ramirez. And Ramirez went 0 for 5 anyway on the night, so maybe it's good he gets the last couple of innings off. All right, so, whoops, Marco Hernandez. That's for Hanley. There we go, and Kinsler.